Let's unravel the story. The film opens with a young mother, Jennifer, who is woken up by her daughter, Julie, in the middle of the night. Julie claims to have heard someone enter the house. Thinking her daughter is just imagining things, Jennifer takes her back to her room. However, as they reach the room, Julie suggests that the intruder could be Santa Claus and asks her mother to prepare cookies and milk in hopes of receiving a gift. Frustrated by her husband's negligence in locking the door, Jennifer leaves the room. But as the night progresses, Julie's curiosity leads her to check if Santa has arrived. To her shock, she sees Santa in the house, but instead of gifts, he pulls out an axe and heads toward the attic. Panic sets in when Julie sees Santa emerging from her brother's room, covered in blood, and entering Jennifer's room. It turns out Santa is not really Santa, but Art the Clown, a sadistic clown who tortures Jennifer's husband mercilessly. Amid the chaos, Jennifer tries to escape, but the scene grows even more disturbing when Art calmly enjoys the cookies and milk meant for Santa. The movie then shifts to a flashback 5 years ago, right after Sienna defeated Art the Clown at the end of Terrifier 2. The police, discovering Art's dismembered body, are caught off guard when Art mysteriously kills them, including decapitating a police officer and wearing the officer's head. Meanwhile, at a hospital, a male nurse making coffee is horrified by the screams of his colleague, Alexa, and finds her being eaten by a creature with a clown head. Unfortunately, the male nurse meets the same fate, violently by Art. It is revealed that Victoria, who had previously encountered Art, has now joined forces with him and is heading toward his lair. On the train to the lair, Victoria and Art meet a man dressed as a clown who admires their realistic costumes. Arriving at the lair, Art wears the man's clown costume, signaling another victim for Art's madness. Back in the present, Sienna, now back from studying abroad, is invited by her Uncle Greg to live with his small family. After 5 years without a family, Sienna is grateful for the gesture. Greg's family warmly welcomes her, and her cousin Gabby accompanies Sienna to her room. While unpacking, Gabby finds Sienna's diary, which contains a reference to Art the Clown. Sienna, trying to calm Gabby's fears, insists that the clown is just a fictional character. The scene transitions to 2 workers sent to inspect an old apartment building before it's demolished. One worker, after scaring his colleague with stories of Art the Clown haunting the place, discovers Art still seated in a rocking chair, covered in spider webs. Meanwhile, his partner, investigating the bathroom, finds Victoria, who has been submerged in the bathtub for 5 years, still alive. Sienna's return to town coincides with the arrival of a couple of officers, leading to the sudden awakening of Victoria and Art the Clown from their hibernation. After brutally the officers, Victoria, covered in the stench of decay, rushes to join the clown. She seems to take disturbing pleasure in watching the clown torment the officers. Once the officers are Victoria and Art set off to resume their hunt, which has been delayed for 5 years. Meanwhile, Sienna's younger brother, Jonathan, is in high school. His life takes an unexpected turn when Mia and Cole catch him in an embarrassing moment. Mia, however, becomes fascinated by Jonathan's past encounter with Art the Clown and urges him to share his story on her podcast. Still traumatized by the events, Jonathan refuses to revisit the dark memories. Jonathan receives a call from his sister, Sienna, who tells him that she's back and staying with their Uncle Greg. Jonathan is excited to reunite with her. Later that night, Art the Clown is shown working on a new weapon using liquid nitrogen, thrilled by his success in freezing a rat instantly. While roaming the streets, Art comes across a man dressed as Santa Claus, who is drunk in a bar. The Santa man invites him to join, and the clown entertains the others with strange antics. However, things take a turn when Santa becomes frustrated and asks the clown to leave. The clown's behavior escalates, urinating on Santa's lap. The situation quickly becomes violent, and after killing Steve and his friend, Santa Man, desperate to appease the clown, offers his Santa suit as an apology. Art accepts the offer, dons the suit, and prepares for his next gruesome act, using his new weapon on the man. At the mall, Sienna and Gabby are shopping when they hear a chilling noise from a speaker. This triggers Sienna's memories of Art the Clown and the horror she faced 5 years ago. She later meets Jonathan, and although they're happy to reunite, Jonathan, now a teenager, is hesitant to move in with their Uncle Greg. He wants independence and refuses to be a burden. During their conversation, Cole and Mia, impressed by Sienna's survival of Art the Clown, are eager to meet her. Mia, having followed the clown's case, insists that Sienna and Jonathan share their experiences on her podcast. Sienna, however, is fed up with reliving the trauma and reacts harshly. Jonathan feels hurt by his sister's behavior, and she opens up about her struggles with anxiety, believing that Art the Clown is coming back to life. Sienna reveals that Art is not just a killer clown, but a demon that regenerates until his desires are fulfilled. She uncovers that the sword she once used to defeat him was a family heirloom meant to combat the demonic entity. Determined to stop him for good, Sienna plans to return to the TERRIFIER attraction to retrieve the sword. Meanwhile, Art the Clown, now disguised as Santa Claus, continues his mission of terror, ready for his next horrific act. In this twisted tale, the terrifying reality of Art the Clown as an immortal demon becomes clear. Sienna must face her past while battling an entity that will stop at nothing to fulfill its dark desires. A child excitedly approaches the clown to ask for a gift. When other children see what the clown gives, they swarm him for the same present. Amid the chaos, a staff member orders security to maintain order, as the clown is not part of their team. Like a terrorist, the clown delights in detonating a bomb, the innocent children. After returning from the TERRIFIER attraction, Sienna hides her sword in a Christmas gift and places it among the pile of presents. Gabby catches sight of it and smiles, thinking the gift contains her favorite toy. Back to the clown, he arrives at a party hosted at Jonathan's dorm. As usual, he brings a trash bag, ready for his next horrific act. Meanwhile, Mia tries to convince Cole to help her investigate the true identity and purpose behind Art the Clown, even attempting to seduce him into joining her investigation. Unbeknownst to them, the clown is watching their every move. Back at Greg's house, Sienna, while helping Gabby study, is shocked by news of a bombing at a mall. Witnesses claim the bomb was detonated by a clown in a Santa Claus costume, giving out gifts to children. Sienna realizes that Art the Clown has returned. She urges her uncle and aunt to evacuate the city and calls Jonathan to warn him, asking her uncle to pick him up. After Sienna falls asleep, Greg heads out to fetch Jonathan. Meanwhile, at the dorm, during a romantic moment between Mia and Cole, the clown attacks, using a chainsaw to disrupt their intimacy. Mia is gruesomely and the clown presents her with his signature glasses. Cole tries to escape but is too late. Later, Gabby hears strange noises at Greg's house and checks it out. Sienna has a disturbing dream about her father, showing her a powerful female warrior character capable of defeating any opponent with a magical sword. Upon waking up, Sienna is horrified to find Art the Clown and Victoria at her house, using Greg's body as a wall decoration. Sienna tries to grab her sword, but the clown knocks her unconscious. When she regains consciousness, she and her aunt are held captive. The clown wraps Greg's intestines around the Christmas tree, horrifying Jess, who asks where her daughter is. Victoria offers a birdcage as a gift, revealing a skull inside, shocking Jess. Before Jess can comprehend the situation, the clown forces her to eat a rat. As she dies, she begs Sienna to avenge her family's death. Victoria begins a ritual to transfer Sienna's body to hers, but before she can finish, Sienna fights back, disrupting the ritual. Victoria orders the clown to kill Gabby, but Gabby requests to give Sienna a final gift. The clown, annoyed, breaks Sienna's hand before allowing the gift exchange. With her magical sword, Sienna turns the tide and Victoria. However, before Sienna and Gabby can catch their breath, the clown attacks with a chainsaw again. The two siblings work together to fight him off. Just as the clown is dying, Gabby is sucked into a mysterious portal caused by Victoria's melting body. In a fit of rage and confusion, Sienna realizes that the clown is regenerating, revealing he's after her because she's special. Exhausted, the clown decides to take a break, choosing to return home by bus. The film ends with the implication that the clown's story continues. In this third sequel, the clown, resurrected by Victoria in the previous movie, joins forces with her to hunt down Sienna for 5 years, but their efforts are repeatedly thwarted by Sienna's strength and her magical sword. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and bye.